Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. I'm Eric Pesolano along with Christian Ilton. Mike Perkins will join us in just a bit. Christian, it's preseason here in the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League, and for those of you joining us live on YouTube, welcome. We're back for another year here at Great Park Ice and specifically today, FivePoint Arena.
We're back. It's exciting. It's been a long off season, and technically still in the off season, I guess, preseason. But we're getting excited to see some of the teams that we don't usually get to see on the ice. We've been doing mainly D1 games, but we get to see the Sea Dogs and the Eagles in action tonight. I'm excited to see what both these teams look like. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how either of them look because this is our first look at them for the year.
They both have one game in the books. Everybody got a game or two of preseason action in all the divisions just to get them ready for this year. Upland Christian Academy, of course, finishing in the middle of the pack down at Division 3 last year. And same for North County. They were a little bit lower in that middle of the pack, finishing in the 7th spot, but they made a run all the way to the semifinals, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Mike Perkins joins us, and Coach, these Eagles and these Sea Dogs, they got a lot of offense they got to find out how to replace coming into this year, but moving up now into Division 2 should be fun for both of them.
I think that's a fun part about high school hockey is trying to figure out from year to year who's going to be your next in line, who's going to step up from the freshman, sophomore classes or the underclassmen categories and get into the mix of it and contribute and find ways to be a part of this team and help the team, especially down a stretch.
One key player for the Eagles still around, one key player not still around for the Sea Dogs. We'll talk about it in a bit. We're underway here from FivePoint Arena. Our opening broadcast this year, we're on YouTube for the preseason in association with Black Dog Hockey, of course. We thank Andy Dickerson for allowing us to get this done and bringing this broadcast to you for free here today in the preseason. The Eagles will start things off behind their own net and move it up between the legs of Travis Ball. And the outlet pass to the far side gets knocked away. The ball coming in with a big shoulder there underneath as well. And getting knocked down in the middle of it all is Andrew Franey. Puck behind the net. They're trying to dig it out of there, the Eagles. Cameron Kennedy trying to get possession of it. Falls down, puck comes loose. And out towards center ice. Moves down into the corner. Wood down there for North County. It's picked up by Campos. Jacob Campos as the Eagles try to get things going here. Both these teams have played one in the preseason so far. Wasn't the greatest of results for either of these teams. Edison losing 4-3 last Saturday over at Anaheim Ice. Close battle for them. On the other side for Upland Christian Academy, they lost to Central Cathedral, who we will see later on tonight, 8-1. Eagles fell to the Jets.
Eric, I think early in the game here, both teams trying to feel each other out, trying to shake off some of the summer cobwebs and try to figure out, again, like we talked about, how to make an impact on for your team, and both teams trying to figure that out here in the early going.
You've got two teams, as this one is called for offside here, a minute 54 into the first period, who are two of the furthest traveling teams to get here to Irvine. You have North County, one of the teams further south. You have Upland Christian Academy, one of the teams furthest to the east. And to the northeast, really. Coming out here for a preseason tilt before they get their seasons underway here in a week and a half.
Well, who won't want to play at FivePoint Arena?
That's a nice place. This is a nice place.
It keeps getting better.
This one goes the length of the ice, and we will get an icing call. This, of course, the first full season for the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League in this building. Lots of events have taken place here already between its grand opening and this moment right now. We'll talk about those as well. Lots to talk about here. We've got a doubleheader for you tonight. Irvine United and Central Cathedral will hit the ice at 6:30 or so. We'll have all the action for you here on YouTube tonight. Franey bringing it up ahead here for North County. Mitchell into the middle. That one goes between the legs and into the near side wall. Bouncing puck, unable to be held in the zone by Armeno. As Mitchell chases after this one, up ahead. Eagles push it back out of the zone. Ryan right along the blue line, but it's played back to McClure. You look at Upland Christian Academy, they finished, as I mentioned, in the middle of the pack in Division 3 in the Catella Conference, as we have offside here. There's no more Catella and Douglas conferences in Division 3. Division 3 is just one division, as is Division 2. Lots of realignment this year coming into the league, and you see North County and UCA both moving up. Technically now they're in Division 2.
Well, I think it's a natural progression of things for teams that have been around for a few years and gotten their feet wet and developing as they grow, is to make that step up to a higher level at the varsity category. We're seeing that with some of the other teams like a Capo and St. John Bosco and a Pack Ridge, who had such great success at the Division 2 level, now playing Division 1 hockey.
Yeah, Capo, Pacific Ridge, La Jolla Country Day making the jump up to Division 1 this season. St. John Bosco actually went down. They're going to be in D3 this year. They lost a lot of talent from the last couple of years as we've seen them, but it's as Hovland in the middle here fires a shot toward the net, Benjamin Devereaux is able to hold on to that one.
Hovland does a good job keeping the puck in at the blue line there, just steps into the dot line and into the middle of the ice and rips one on net. A good shot, good scoring opportunity for North County.
A lot of the talk this year is going to be about realignment. We talked about teams moving up. The desecration of last year's Division 2 is really why this realignment took place. Only 3 teams were remaining in Division 2, or the previous iteration of Division 2, so they were all moved up to D1. And the top performing half of Division 3 became Division 2 in essence. And D3 will stand alone.
Well, we saw this over the years with JV too. Mm-hmm. Remember how JV used to have so many of the teams that we're actually talking about now that have made their way all the way up to the top of the ladder. And JV was what really was that beginning ground for so many programs that came in, only one-team programs, much like what I'm doing at Saddleback right now, where you have a one-team program and you start at JV and then you grow it to Division 3 and then you try to grow it to a couple of teams.
Going to have an interference call, I think, behind the play here in front of the North County bench. So they're going to call it roughing, and they're going to get Van Lays from North County on the call here, so we'll get to see UCA on the power play for the first time. I think congratulations are in order, Coach. Talk about your Saddleback Rangers last night, taking on Mater Dei, getting the victory. First win technically at the varsity level for Saddleback.
It was a good win and a good competitive battle between both teams. Coach Mark Malika, Mater Dei, and myself worked closely together. We actually practiced together on Monday nights, and then we're separate in our second practices, but we're on the ice with those guys quite a bit, so we know them and they know us, and actually it was a good opportunity for both teams to see really where they were at.
And that was the idea behind preseason. The first time the league has held an official preseason, if you will. Lambert racing after that one, getting it over to Ball. UCA last year on the power play, 13 times they were able to score on 56 opportunities. 81% on the year for the Eagles last time. Chris Nunziato and the Eagles looking to improve on that number. Lambert playing it up ahead. Flip behind everybody by Campos. He comes over to try to pick it up, has it knocked away off the tape. Campos racing after it, taken away off the post, and it's in! A short-handed goal to kick off our broadcast this year. Hudson Lamato.
Lamato does a great job of winning a race to a loose puck. The Upland Christian defenseman just couldn't get to the puck, and Lamato gets in about halfway into the zone and picks up the loose puck, just muscles his way to the front of the net and chips the puck into the glove side of the Upland Christian goaltender.
Well, that one's going to go unassisted as Hudson Lamatau picks the pocket of Campos, goes the other way, and is able to beat Devereaux, who covers this one up.
There wasn't much that Benjamin Devereaux could do on that one. There was just Lamato had so much speed coming in on top of the net. it was very difficult to try to stop that.
Devereaux got the start in the game the other day against Central Cathedral, gave up 8 on 25 shots in the loss. Everybody working on everything here in this preseason. UCA had a first-round exit in the Division III postseason last year. They fell to Beach Cities 3-2, or 5-4 rather, in that opening round. Hovland with a shot, and Devereaux gets that blocker up and knocks it over top. Already 4 shots to none for North County here in the first period. Franey behind the net, being looked at by Mark Voss. This one, it was deflected, but on the near side of the red line, so icing here against the Sea Dogs. North County had a very impressive postseason run last year. They finished 7th in the Douglas Conference regular season standings. They come out, they string together a couple of victories, knocking off Central Cathedral in the first round, which was arguably the upset of any of the divisions in the postseason. Came back, took Poway down 7-2 in the quarterfinals, and then lost to Irvine United, who eventually went on to win the title in Division III. That was a 3-2 loss in the semis to the Warriors. We'll see Irvine United later on tonight. Rick Hutchinson bringing his team back after a Commissioner's Cup championship run last year.
Can already see North County's got a couple players that they're going to kind of lean on this year, and Hovland, Lamato, and Franey. All 3 of those players obviously with some experience in the past, and those players will be relied upon throughout the year. But here already tonight, they're being relied upon.
No secret, Craig Carlisle had to find out what he was going to do to replace Cole Rorick, as this one is sent in toward the net and off frame. Rorick, the leading scorer for these Sea Dogs last season, was huge in the postseason and has since graduated. Now it's a new crop of Sea Dogs as Moffitt shoots one, and this one kicked away by Devereaux.
Moffitt with a good low, nice shot, and Devereaux there to make the save as he makes another save, and we're going to get a penalty on Upland Christian. As I think it's Kellen Church is going to make his way to the bench on a slashing call.
One penalty each way so far in this one. This coming at the 7:13 mark of this first period.
We'll get a good look at North County's power play. I know most coaches, and here we go.
Ball looking to try to do what North County did to them a little bit ago, looking for that shorthanded goal. It wasn't to be this time, but here's Hovland. He comes in, couple backhand passes, Chappelle with a shot, and that one knocked away by Devereaux. Shots are 7-0 in favor of the Sea Dogs here, not even halfway through the first period. Detweiler not knocked off the puck. Good check by Ball, but wasn't able to strip it away. Chappelle has it taken aside. Here comes UCA back in the other direction. Chappelle will go back and pick it up. We talked about Rorick, 30 points last year, 11 goals, 19 assists for these Sea Dogs. He wasn't the leading goal scorer, though. That was Jack Kelly, who had 15 goals and 11 assists. But between those two, 56 points, well over half of the team's output. They're both gone. Like you said, it's going to be up to the Franeys and the Chappelles, Lamatau, to pick up that slack going into this year and moving up a division. In front, Franey with a shot. Rebound, backhanded wide by Detweiler. And it goes into the corner.
Devereaux with a big save there, keeping his team in it.
Lamatau had it stripped. Franey tried to pick it up. Ball there for a check. And Chappelle underneath. Detweiler back to Chappelle. Chappelle through traffic off a skate. A race forward in the corner. Hovland wins it. Lamatau lets it go through. Chappelle underneath to Detweiler. Camps gets to this one. Campos throws it. Detweiler back to pick it up.
Travis Ball for UCA. He's a tired customer there, just trying to make his way to the bench, but did a fantastic job on the penalty kill there. I can see him hunched over with his head on the boards there. He's going to be a player that Coach Annunziato is going to be relying upon all year long.
Played much of this first period.
called his name several times.
Just a second ago, you saw Ryan Bogus play the puck, who's in net for North County. Haven't got to mention his name so far in this one. All the action's been on the other end. You're watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League preseason coverage live and for free right here on YouTube. You can go ahead and comment anything you want regarding the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League, and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll get your comment mentioned on air here today. And don't forget to subscribe to the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/ADHSHL. But, of course, if you're watching this, you already know that because that's how you got here. Go ahead and click that little subscribe button. Lots of content coming up on the league YouTube channel this season, one piece of which was filmed earlier today.
It sure was.
Bouncing puck in front. Devereaux got a blocker on it. It's not cleared out. Another shot through traffic off of a shin and into the corner.
Couple fortuitous bounces for Upland Christian there as the Sea Dogs are putting some pressure on him.
That one bounces up in the air after it goes off of Devereaux. Rolls into the corner. That's shot number 10 for the Sea Dogs, who are just flurrying Devereaux, and this shot just wide of the net. Eagles able to get to it. Aviati reaching for it. This will be icing as the clock stops at 6:22 to go in the first. Sea Dogs lead it 1-0. And about that other content that was filmed earlier today, we announced it above the ice. That's going to be coming to the YouTube channel sometime soon. We shot a lot of B-roll for that today, and that B-roll comes from your new show, 360 Hockey. You got to talk to a couple of guests today for that debut episode.
Very excited to debut that for all of our watchers and listeners. Some good hockey information, some good insight for hockey players and families moving forward and moving into the future of the hockey world.
A Beta back the other way, a backhand in front. Hovland was able to knock it away. 360 Hockey is going to debut soon. If you subscribe to the ADHSHL on YouTube, you'll get that notification when it becomes available. Got a great first episode headed your way. Moffitt brings it ahead here for the Sea Dogs. We're 5-on-5. Ormeno up top through traffic, couple redirects. LaSalle got a stick on it. Hovland over to pick it up. Devereaux had fallen over, lost the stick. Is moving around in the crease out the lumber. But the Eagles able to clear it out, trying to make their way up ice. Sea Dogs a strong performance offensively here in this first period. They only have one goal to show for it, but they've challenged Devereaux 10 times. Out to center. This one played ahead by McGregor. Hovland's going to get there first. Church comes in for the check. Tries to spin one in front. Got it there. Shot in front and a save by Bogus on the doorstep. First scoring chance of the day for the Eagles. Sea Dogs keep it scoreless.
A nice little pass out of the corner by Church. He goes down and battles with Hovland in the corner. Comes away with the puck and throws it out front to a really good scoring opportunity. North County goaltender Ryan Bogus with a big save to keep his team at 1-0.
McGregor again, this time looking for ball in front. Franny steps in the way. Ball gets control, shoots and whips it just wide and looks to the heavens. Brundage into the corner for McGregor.
I knew Ball was going to get an opportunity here sooner or later. Yeah, he works too hard not to get some chances.
Champlin back to pick it up here for UCA. Flips it up by Chappelle. Brundage can't get to it. Franny turns it around to get it to Van Lays. 4.5 to go here in the opening period. The first of two on youtube.com/ADHSHL tonight. Both games free for you on YouTube. And Chappelle whistles this one wide. A penalty coming up here to UCA. Lamatau into the corner. Ball's going to touch it up. And we get the call. It is an interference.
I think it's going to go on Ball.
I think you're right.
Unfortunately, when you play that hard sometimes, Eric, you're going to take some penalties just by the nature of your style of hockey. And Travis Ball, who's had a lion's share of the defensive effort for UCA is going to take 2 minutes and get some much-needed rest.
Second power play for North County. Van Lays lets one go, and it flutters into the chest of Devereaux.
You know, I had a defenseman one time, and I won't mention any names, but we were in the national tournament in Omaha, Nebraska, and we were playing him so much that he took a penalty on purpose just so he could get a rest.
And whose fault is that?
Well, some crazy coach.
McClure comes around, clears it away for the Eagles. Ball just comes out, and we'll play it. Van Lays hesitates, fires. That one over the arm of Devereaux. Franey holds it in, tries a pass, whiffed on it. Somehow, Sea Dogs kept it in. Cahill underneath, a shot, a save by Devereaux again, and covered up by the Eagle netminder.
Devereaux with his 13th save of the period. 14th. 11th? Okay. All right. I defer to your knowledge and expertise.
And I appreciate that, especially since Lasik is not here to argue with me.
Well,
about it.
I know, Chuck, that he does a good job of stats too, but I'm pretty sure you guys would be right on par with each other.
We usually are. Oh, that one's going to roll in. Chappelle got just a piece of it. It went between the legs of Devereaux, and the Sea Dogs have a power play goal. It's 2-0.
Yeah, that was Kevin Hovland at the point there, who just stepped in and sent a nice low pass across to the back side. And the recipient of that goal is going to be Chappelle. All he had to do is just get a stick on it, redirect it going towards the net, and there's nothing Devereaux can do. In fact, I think he almost got a piece of that before it went in the back of the net. So you might want to tack on an extra shot there because he made the save originally.
So Chappelle, second goal of the preseason. Had one last time as well. That's also his second power play goal of the preseason. So Chris Annunziato Craig Carlisle rather, got to be happy what he's seeing on this power play unit. Armeno off the wall to himself around a couple of defenders. Then gets run down ultimately. Will be chased down in the corner.
Aviati with a big hit. Here we go, 2-on-1.
There's Devin Wood bringing it ahead, fires one, and that one kicked aside. And a rebound corralled by Mathis Loisel. 15 shots on goal for the Sea Dogs here in this first period. Now we're on par. There we go. Scoreboard in the building and my score sheet are identical. That's happened precisely never in 11 years as we have an icing call here against UCA.
Hey, there's always a first for everything.
Yeah. 102 seconds to go here in this first period. It hasn't been the quickest game we've seen, but it is preseason. Everybody's still getting their legs underneath them. These two teams met once last season. It was back on January the 16th. It was one of the first games played in this building as Devereaux picks up another stop. It was a 4-1 win for Upland Christian Academy. And now they find themselves down a pair here in this first period. Champlin send it deep. Franey's going to go pick it up, and he's hassled by Rivera. Ball keeps it in. Rivera looking for it underneath. Franey there to grab it. Outlet pass all by himself is Worth. One-on-none ball hustling back. Makes the play, takes out his own
we're gonna get
goaltender,
a
and we've got
penalty shot.
ourselves a preseason penalty shot. How about this?
So what's your understanding of the rule on a penalty shot?
My understanding is any clear attempt to alter a breakaway attempt.
A clear breakaway.
From behind, yeah. And
even if the guy gets a shot off? Because just, and we're just talking here. I'm not disputing anything.
Once the shot is away, I don't think you can call anything more than tripping, in my opinion. And you're right, that was a little bang-bang. But here's Worth firing and scoring up over the left shoulder of Devereaux. The Sea Dogs have one shorthanded, one on the man advantage, and now one on a penalty shot. It's 3-0 North County.
Well, this North County team, they definitely came to play here today. They've been all over the Eagle goaltender Devereaux, and he's done everything in his power to keep them off the board. Unfortunately, he can only do so much.
Faced 25 shots against Central Cathedral a week ago. Allowed 8 to go by, and right now 3 on 17 shots, but you're absolutely correct. Much of this game has been spent down in the UCA zone. Here with under a minute to go in the first period. Now Trevor Worth with the penalty shot goal at 15:50 of this first period. They've got 2 goals in exactly 2 minutes. And what was a 1-0 game for a long time is now broken open a little bit here.
Oh, here we go. No, I thought I was going to get a 2-on-1 out of this.
Kyle McClure was racing back. He's got 22 seconds to try to get something going here. Here's a shot through traffic. Lambert sent it in. Ball just can't find it. It's in a mess. And cleared away the length of the ice. And not quite on target, but played by Devereaux anyway. And 5 ticks to go at center ice. Sea Dogs just going to hang on to it. 17 minutes in the books here at FivePoint Arena in Irvine. North County leading Upland Christian Academy 3-0. You're watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League preseason on YouTube in association with Black Dog Hockey. I'm Eric Pesolano with Mike Perkins and Christian Hilton. And Coach, that first period wasn't particularly high-paced, but North County just grinding in the offensive end. They get 3.
Well, they did a very good job early of forechecking and keeping the Eagles hemmed in their zone, and it made it really difficult on them to get the puck up and out of the zone. Mind you, get some shots down at the other end. It wasn't until the latter portion of the period that the Eagles actually got a shot in on the North County goaltender. So, kudos to them. But on the other side, Eagles just trying to muddle their way here through the preseason, trying to find some rhythm and some movement forward. I see Coach Annunziato here just, working and coaching the team here, and he's just he does what he does. I've seen him work for many years here. He'll have this team ready to go for the season, and they'll get better and better all the way through.
Trends continuing for both teams from last regular season. UCA was outscored in first periods last year. North County outscored their opponent in the opening frame.
Well, Upland Christian is going to have to try to get some more shots in on Ryan Bodges. He's a good goaltender, so they're going to have to put a little bit of pressure on him to make some things happen here. I think Travis Ball is going to be one of those players. Church is another one of those players that's going to have to create some offensive opportunities and get some players going to the front of the net to try to get some offensive opportunities. But here's North County already in on top of it.
Devereaux able to knock that one away into the corner. This one bounces down. All right, I've just received the text message of the 5 criteria needed to qualify for a penalty shot, and it was sent by none other than the great Andy Dickerson. Are you ready?
Thank you, Andy.
Number 1, are there no players between the puck carrier and the goalie? Yes.
Check that box.
That is correct. Is the puck carrier beyond their defending blue line?
Check that box.
Check that box. As UCA comes in, and that one's knocked away. Second save here for Bodges. Stopped one in the first and one already here in the second. Number 3, does the player have possession and control of the puck?
Check that box.
Check that box as this play is offside. Was the puck carrier fouled from behind or diagonally from behind?
Check that box.
Check it off. Was the puck carrier denied a reasonable scoring opportunity?
No.
Well, you say no.
I am not going to check that box because he got a shot off, and a pretty darn good one.
If all 5 criteria are fulfilled, then it is a penalty shot. You can get a shot off and it still be a penalty shot because a reasonable scoring opportunity was denied, meaning he could have had a better shot opportunity had he not been fouled from behind.
I mean, that's a real judgment call, and as a coach, maybe I'm a little bit harsher on that than I should be, but I thought he got a pretty good scoring chance.
All right, then.
Just my 2 cents.
I agree with you. I don't think it should have been called a penalty shot. I think the puck was far and away gone as we have an icing call here.
But I'll say this, I didn't mind it.
Okay.
I enjoy a penalty shot like anybody else.
All right, that makes sense.
I wasn't going to yell down the referee, hey, that's a bad call.
One more game. Oh,
Maybe if I was on the bench,
okay,
I might have had something to say.
Of course. Well, you got to protect your guys. That's how that goes. Campos tries to flip one up ahead. Rivera chopping it into the middle. This shot attempt is blocked away. Cameron Kennedy had a shot at it. Back the other way. This shot comes in, knocked away by Devereaux. Loisel picks it up behind the cage. Is the first of 2 tonight from FivePoint Arena. Irvine United. Central Cathedral will hit the ice next. We'll have that for you on YouTube also. Don't forget to subscribe to the ADHSHL YouTube channel.
Lots of great content coming your way on our YouTube channel.
So many things. Above the Ice, 360 hockey coming up. A revamped The Report Card coming your way as well.
How exciting.
So in essence, 3 new shows.
How exciting with a new added personality.
That's right.
Heavy on the personality.
Franey, shot in traffic off of Champlin and cleared away. Our regular season debut broadcast here is going to be on Black Dog Hockey. And that will be Friday night, October the 4th. Coming to you live here from FivePoint Arena. Tahoe taking on Capistrano United. And what 1 year ago would have been a crossover game is now an interdivisional matchup. Both teams in Division 1. Tahoe making the trip down.
And it should be pretty heavily contested. Holding, interference, whatever you like to call it.
That was holding. And that wasn't a terribly difficult call there, as UCA going to go shorthanded one more time. Ethan Schick is called for holding here, a little under 3.5 minutes into this middle frame. We talk about all the new media that's going to come out surrounding the league. How about that intro video that we got to see in the arena before this game? We'll be seeing that.
Just getting her tuned up a little bit for next week.
Exactly. It's preseason for everyone. We're messing around with the lights in the building and the Jumbotron a little bit as well. The fact that we got on the air for this broadcast in time isn't anything but a sheer miracle in its own right. A little behind the scenes for you. The computer we used to broadcast the game decided that it was a good time to update itself. And it got back online just in time. And on Above the Ice, when it debuts, you'll be able to see a lot of the behind the scenes from the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League.
With that nice little new gadget we got.
That's right.
What do you think of that little deal?
I liked it. I got to play around with it earlier. Backdoor pass. Cahill shot up into the chest of Devereaux, up under the mask protector. Another shot comes through. Aviati has it blocked down by McClure. Ormeno with a shot just wide. Rebound in front. Devereaux's got it. It's underneath, and the whistle will sound.
I tell you, unfortunately, that 3-0 score there is not doing any justice to Devereaux's evening here. He has made some fantastic saves throughout the first period. Now here into the second period. This game could easily be 5-0, but Devereaux has come up big for his team.
I was going to say 7 or 8-0.
Well,
yeah, some big saves for Benjamin Devereaux, who has now stopped 19 of 22. There's still 12 and a half minutes left in the second period.
And what'd you say he had last week? 25 shots in total?
Yeah, and 17 saves. Franny's shot blocked down. Chappelle with a backhand try. That's over the top of anything. Joey Chappelle was the third leading scorer on this North County offense last year. He's going to figure to be the guy, the go-to.
Another save.
Devereaux now has stopped 20 of 23. Mamatau.
Back to full strength.
Spun one around a Beta. Beta picks it up. And Schick is out of the box. It's cleared away icing here against UCA. Brundage wasn't thrilled he iced it, but not sure he's terribly upset because now he gets to go sit back down.
Well, smart play by Brundage nonetheless. He may not be happy with it, but it was the right play. All 4 players before Schick got out there have been out there for quite some time, killing off a power play opportunity for the Sea Dogs. And Brundage just gets a hold of it and fires it down the ice, and you're right, he needed a little breather.
Through traffic and Devereaux there again to swallow this one up. Lots of tally marks on the sheet on the North County side here through this first period plus. Van Lays off the wall. Wood lets it go by. Loisel was down there. Campos trying to find somewhere to go, but really nowhere as UCA just gets it across the blue line, delayed offside. The Sea Dogs tag up. Champlin in his own end. Tries to send it up ahead to McGregor, out of his reach, and this is going to be icing. The last time there was any type of hockey broadcast on Black Dog Hockey from this sheet of ice a few weeks ago for the Anaheim rookie face-off. The NHL rookies.
How exciting.
Got a chance to.
Did you catch any of that action?
I saw a little bit of it.
I know the 2 guys to our right here, they were seeing some of it.
Yeah, they were. They were sitting right here in this press box to help out Black Dog Hockey's coverage of the action. Great honor for Black Dog Hockey to be able to cover the NHL rookies right here at FivePoint Arena. And 6 Pacific Division or Western Conference teams between the Pacific and Central Divisions coming over here to Irvine to get a little tune-up in and make their first impressions with their pro clubs. Of course, the Ducks, Kings, and Sharks were in attendance. Coyotes, Avalanche, and Golden Knights in the house as well.
I'll tell you guys, the biggest difference in all those games, the Anaheim Ducks had 220 plus NHL games under their belt.
Wow.
With guys like Sam Steele, Max Comtois, and a number of others, Troy Terry, and everybody else had about 10 to 15. It was quite the significant difference. Some amazing talent coming up. And I'll tell you, there's a triple word score last name coming up for San Jose. And I'm named Ivan Chenkov, and he has some talent. So definitely stay tuned. Hockey's going to be really exciting.
Well, you would expect the Ducks to, in their home rink, to play their players.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
They want to show the fan base a little something what they're going to see during the year. And
kudos to Ducks fans. This place was packed, along with the Kings fans when they were playing the Kings. That game was a complete sellout crowd.
How many people were in here, Christian?
Had over 2,500, counting people who were working the event.
Mamatau with a shot save. Rebound, and that one whipped around by Chappelle. Chappelle's got a loose puck in front again. Devereaux another save and stops another one off that rebound. Chalk up another 3. That's 9 stops in the period for Benjamin Devereaux.
Well, we're already over his total from last week.
Yep.
And we're at the halfway mark
of
the game.
Unbelievable.
Tell you guys, we got a lot of fans saying, hey, on YouTube, folks, do us a favor. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to know where everybody's watching this game from on youtube.com/ADHSHL. We'll read your name. We'll read where you are, where you're watching from on an exciting preview day for Black Dog Hockey's broadcasts.
Ball up ahead, fires a shot, and the first real tough save for Bodges.
Well, that's exactly what needs to happen there for Travis Ball. He needs to lead this team into some scoring opportunities here, but he's one tired customer right now.
Deflected off the defenseman's stick into Devereaux.
As Devereaux has to try to make another one. I don't know if you can actually count that because it came off his own player's stick.
I did not, and neither did the official scorekeepers here today.
But nonetheless, he still had to make a save.
We're live here on youtube.com/ADHSHL. We'll have another one for you later tonight. A little bit of a preview for the upcoming season. The regular season broadcast will be over on Black Dog Hockey. You can subscribe today and get your package for the upcoming season. We'll look forward to seeing everybody here in Irvine throughout the year and throughout all of our other rinks in Southern California as well, as Devereaux robs another one out of midair. Don't forget, while you're watching our broadcasts here today on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the ADHSHL channel on YouTube. A lot of new content coming your way.
We got our first check-in.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, we did, and it is not in this country.
How about that?
Shirley Alton from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, checking in. Hello, Shirley.
Not terribly late out there. They're just an hour ahead of us. Do I have that right? I think Edmonton's only an hour ahead of us.
Mountain time.
Yeah, they're mountain time.
And today was the day I learned that they had a different time zone than we did.
Edmonton and Calgary.
Thought they were all on the same as the West Coast. It's fine.
Nope.
I'm fine. It's
nope,
fine.
There is a mountain time.
Yep. Both Edmonton and Calgary are mountain time. And Arizona, where the Coyotes hail, they are sometimes an hour ahead of us and sometimes the same time as us.
Sharon Patow also checking in a little bit closer. Brea, California.
Hey, there you go, right.
I was in Brea this morning.
Were you really?
I was.
Right up the 57 freeway after you take the 5 a little bit north of here. So we get a whistle at center ice. Talked about the Coyotes being in this rookie face-off. They're entering their second to last season in the Pacific Division, so they get to take a look at all their division rivals a little bit closely for 2 more years before they move to the Central Division when the new Seattle franchise joins the NHL.
And how about that AHL team they're going to bring to the desert?
How about it?
Huh? The new building going there in Palm Springs?
Yeah. You want to talk about a hotbed for high school sports out there. Boy, they got a lot of action going on out in the desert.
Well, hopefully get some of those schools to get on board with this.
Yeah, had them for a few seasons a while ago. Seven minutes to go, second period here at FivePoint Arena. North County on top of Upland Christian Academy 3-0. All 3 goals coming in the first period and by 3 different Sea Dogs. Cahill trying to become the fourth different one. Backhands it in front. Knocked away, but North County able to maintain possession. Ball. Flips it up to McGregor, who wants Brundage in the middle. And taken away by Ormeno. Shots are 28-3 in favor of the Sea Dogs. Pretty much out shooting them 9-1.
Oh.
Knocked away by Aviati. In between traffic, Ryan knocks him off the puck, sends it in front. Cahill just a little piece. Trying to jam it home on the backside was Ryan. Or excuse me, it was Aviati rather. Ryan was back there defensively, and Devereaux able to keep it out again.
That one looked awfully close there, Eric.
I wasn't sure how it didn't get through.
Yeah.
Saying hello to Martin Klaus from Downey, California, checking in. He said there was a great game earlier in Anaheim between St. John Bosco and Poway. Obviously, this is not the only rink we will be having hockey games this season. As the league continues to grow, we're going to have a lot of high school hockey league everywhere around Southern California. We're going to go up to Northern California. We'll be going to the Vegas Showcase again later this year.
In December.
A lot of exciting things coming on over at Anaheim Ice apparently as well.
Our first show on the air this year was out in Vegas. We had the debut episode of the report card. Oh, this one's poked in off a rebound. Devereaux thought he had it. And Detweiler had other thoughts and poked it through, and it's 4-0.
Unfortunately, Devereaux, who made the initial, the puck was laying down in front of him. As he tried to put his glove down on top of it, Detweiler was right there to jam the puck in the back of the net and through the legs of Devereaux.
That was a 5-on-5 goal. So all 4 goals have been scored in different ways as Franey lifts this one up over the goal frame.
Real nice play by Franey and Lamato. It's a nice little give and go play.
A shorthanded goal, a power play goal, a penalty shot goal, and a 5-on-5 goal for North County here in this preseason tilt. Chappelle in the middle. Detweiler tried to settle it with the toes. Backhand try. Stopped
Save.
by Devereaux, who got a couple of them in there with Lamatau. Trying to center one. Flipped up. Stopped by Devereaux. It comes loose again. Stepping into it, Franey. And a save by Devereaux again. That's 4 saves in 15 seconds.
Fantastic job by Devereaux to keep the puck out of the back of the net. Like we talked about before, this could be a lot different score without the efforts of Benjamin Devereaux.
17 saves and 18 tries here in the second period. Now stopped 32 of 36.
Another save.
Abeda bringing it up ahead. Brundage slips, blows a tire back behind Bodges. Loisel taking that pass from behind the net. Looking for help. It's 2 against 3. Getting that foot back on side was Wood. Maffett trying to track it down. Champlin gets there first for the Eagles. Here's Ball 2-on-1 with Brundage to his left. One defender back, and that pass broken up. Nice stop by sliding down to the ice by Van Lays. Ball racing up the far wall. Getting underneath was Mitchell. Finished that check. Campos spins around, gets away from Wood. Ball backhands it deep. They're offside. McClure now gets the message, turns around, and skates back to the blue line.
And that puck goes up and into the Eagles bench. We'll get a face-off just outside the North County zone.
We got a lot of folks checking in now, guys. Oceanside, California, another Alton. Probably related to the one that was up in Alberta, Canada. We also have Jaden Alton checking in from West Lafayette, Indiana. Steve is checking in from Kingman, Arizona off of Route 66.
West Lafayette, is that Boilermaker country? Or is that Indiana State?
That's Purdue.
Oh, that's Purdue. Okay,
yeah.
That's right.
And Alexander's checking in from Fountain Valley saying UCA goalie is playing unreal.
And that is a fact.
Yes, he is.
That is a fact. So we know the Alton family is tuning in.
Yes, from everywhere.
Haven't called Keelan's name yet. I'm not sure he's here today. Let's take a look down at the bench.
That was actually another comment. Keelan wishes he could play today.
All right, well, there you go.
So
I don't remember saying that name. Keelan played in the first preseason game for North County last week. Not here today.
Another save by Benjamin Devereaux.
An absolute brick wall. No matter the score, an absolute brick wall.
I don't think we're breaking any records here today, but nonetheless.
Well, here's the thing. It's preseason, so none of it counts anyway. But it's still an impressive performance, nonetheless. Speaking of records, the record book in the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League is being updated as we speak. It is a process that has been mind-numbing, to say the least.
Really? You've taken that on?
Yes.
Really?
We have a team of 3 working at updating all of the records. There's this one in front. Devereaux on the back. It gets underneath, hits the post, and bounces out.
Devereaux swimming around on his backside there.
Now somewhere Dominic Hasek is smiling. As Schick sends it ahead, and that one rolls around the wall a half a minute to go. No word on if we were going to do an ice cut or not. In Division II, we usually do have an ice cut if the score is within 5 goals, which it is. If North County gets one here in the last 10 seconds, then we wouldn't do one. I'm being told there will not be an ice cut.
Not in the preseason.
That'll do it for period number 2. Sea Dogs add 1. Benjamin Devereaux adds to his legend, and it's 4-0 North County over UCA after 2. As you're watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League preseason live on YouTube in association with Black Dog Hockey. Eric Pesolano, Mike Perkins, Christian Hilton with you here from Irvine, California. We're at FivePoint Arena. It's the official home of the Anaheim Ducks for their practice purposes. As Ducks get ready to take the ice, have their home opener on October the 3rd over at Honda Center. Mike, that second period, it was more of the same for Benjamin Devereaux, just being impressive as he has been in these first 34 minutes.
No doubt Devereaux has had a real solid game and obviously quite a bit of work here, but the impressive side for me is just the workman-like effort by North County and their ability to keep the Eagles cooped up in their zone and gain some more scoring opportunities. And like we've talked about, Devereaux's made some grade A scoring opportunity saves that has kept his team at least in the game here. If the Eagles could get on the board here, early, make it 4-1, and then chip away at it, make it 4-2, and all of a sudden we have ourselves a little bit of a ball game. But the Eagles are going to have to get the puck to the net, get some numbers to the net, and then of course on the opposite side, North County Sea Dogs. They're just. I have a pretty good idea that Coach Carlisle has his team pretty dialed into who they are and what they do, and very workmanlike, like we both have mentioned here previously in the broadcast. And I expect nothing but the same from them here in the third period.
A lot of discussion in the offseason how Division II and Division III were going to align, because it was basically going to be a breakup of what was last year's Division III, and I think North County is showing us that they were placed in the right division.
They are.
At 2.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
We start the third period. The Sea Dogs essentially a goal away from run time here. UCA can find some offense, make this thing a little bit more competitive in the third. There's Kennedy in front with a shot,
chance.
And that one bobbling around. It is still loose. The whistle goes. The puck was probably 2 feet away from the goaltender when the whistle sounded, so that opportunity taken away from UCA there, but Kennedy on the doorstep had a chance.
Well, we just mentioned this, Eric. UCA needs to get the puck with some numbers in front of the net and jam away so to get one past Bodges and into the back of the net and try to make something happen here early in the period.
Face-off win for the Sea Dogs in their own end. Lloyd tries to flip it around the boards and out. It was unsuccessful. Here's Mitchell. Stick check from a beta. Ryan is back there. Mitchell shot into the apron. As it rolls around here to the near side. Don't forget, Irvine United and Central Cathedral are next up on the docket here tonight. They'll drop the puck around 6:30 or so, maybe a little bit earlier than that, so stick around here on YouTube for our second game of the night, and that one is poked in on the far side by
I think that's
Wood. Is it Wood or Franey?
No.
18 or 19? It's 18. It's Franey.
Worth. Was it Worth? They made the pass from out from behind the back of the net there.
I believe you're right.
Nice little pass. He had a little bit of space in the backside, and was that Franey gets the goal? Is that what you said?
Yes. That comes at 1:13 into the third period, and I think the scorekeepers are asking, are we doing run time here in the preseason? And I'm fairly certain the answer is yes.
Yes, we are. Anyway, Franey with the goal and Worth with a beautiful pass to the side of the net, and Franey just chips it up over the top of the shoulder of Benjamin Devereaux. Nothing he could do about it there.
If there's one thing in the record book that we don't have,
let's hear it.
That is a team erasing run time after being down 5 goals.
Who's done it?
The only time it had happened was at the JV level. Jay Serra was able to erase a 5-goal deficit.
On who?
I believe it was Newport Mesa. I'd have to look at the commissioner about that one. This one off the post.
That could have been shoulder and post there.
I'm being told perhaps it was Servite that Jay Serra was able to erase that JV deficit from, but the record book only encapsulates varsity, so that's not in there.
What year would that have been?
2017, yeah. A 5-goal deficit has been erased at the varsity level, but it was done before the third period started, so run time was never technically negated. So it still never happened in a varsity game. And if it were to happen in this game, it wouldn't count either because it's preseason. So maybe one day.
Was that not the season opener between Santa Margarita and Olu? For some reason, I think
early. It was very early in the season. Yes, I don't know if it was exactly the opener, but it was early in the year.
And Olu got up on SM. Is that what happened?
Came back and finished it off.
Santa Margarita led that game 5-0.
Uh-huh.
Orange Lutheran scored 7 in a row. Santa Margarita get one more, it ended 7-5. I think it ended 7-5. I didn't go back and look at the score on that one, but we named that one of our top games in league history. For those of you who are fans of the report card, we talked about it last year.
That game felt like it was over.
It really did.
It was
and
just a brutal.
And then it wasn't.
Yes, correct.
Until it was. Kennedy behind the net. UCA looking to get on the board for the first time in this one. Trying to avoid an 0-2 preseason before they get things underway in a week and a half. Lamatau backhands one off the post. Devereaux couldn't quite get to that one. Another one comes in. That one nicks off the glove and goes over the top. .39 shots on goal for North County in this one.
Reminder, fans, if you haven't already, check on in. Leave us a comment in the YouTube comment section. Let us know where you are watching this game from. As we come up here, about 10 minutes left in the, almost to the 10-minute mark here in the third period.
And let us know if you have any questions related to the league.
Absolutely.
See if we can answer something for you.
Maybe a little bit of trivia for the broadcasters. See if we know things.
I like that game.
The big question, the only question that we've really seen tonight is where is Elijah O'Neill?
All I know is not here this evening.
Correct.
He is on the, I believe he's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as we speak.
Oh, there you go. As this one bounces around in front, Devereaux holds on.
Junior Ducks U18 AAA, which he's on, is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the USHL Fall Classic and Tier 1 Elite Showcase.
And he is the go-to for this Eagle team. We mentioned there was one player on the ice for UCA this season that was going to be a key, and that's O'Neill, who led the team in scoring last season. Figures to do so again for UCA. Van Lay shot redirected. That one goes in.
That was a tough one through traffic. Good hard shot. Van Lays fires it just about shoulder high, and it gets past Devereaux through traffic. It's just one of those seeing eye pucks and found its way in the back of the net.
Wood got a piece of it on the way in. So he'll get the goal. Van Lays the assist at 5:35 of this third period, and it's 6-0 North County. Sea Dogs going to open their season down at San Diego Ice Arena next Saturday the 5th. It'll be a road game for them against Central Cathedral. And that one is flipped in by Wood, who gets back-to-back goals here in the span of 44 seconds.
And Benjamin Devereaux is going to get a breather here. They're going to send Sanchez into the net. Unfortunately for Benjamin, he's had a fantastic game. Probably not going to be too happy about the last one going in.
So 41 minutes and 45 seconds. Or make it 40 minutes and 45 seconds for Devereaux in between the pipes tonight. You can close the book on him. Faced 42 shots. Stopped 35 of them. The good news for UCA is if they can get their defense a little bit stronger and their offense a little bit more powerful, you're fine on the back end in between the pipes. Devereaux isn't going to figure to give up 7 or 8 regularly.
No, Benjamin Devereaux is going to give their team an opportunity to win some hockey games. So, again, fantastic job by him here tonight. And Sanchez is going to get himself a little chance to get in the game here and get some varsity hockey action.
We have a couple more comments here on the YouTube channel comment section.
Why are you laughing?
This broadcast is the coolest by Medgas Boy. And the same user asks, where is Chuck?
Chuck who?
Who's Chuck? Who is this Chuck?
Don't worry, folks. Chuck will be back with us very soon.
Chuck will be back. He'll be back
prior
next week.
Commitments.
He'll be back next week.
He's always ready for the first week of October. It was this preseason thing we sprung on him. He was like, I don't know if I can do that.
Don't worry, Chuck the Laser LASIK will return. He'll be with us throughout the year on Black Dog Hockey. And that, hands down, is the greatest question we will receive all day. Worth with a shot, and that one nicks off the post and goes to the corner as we're halfway through the third period.
I think there were plenty of better questions, but thank you to Medgas Boy for asking and worrying about Chuck.
A little shout out to Laser, by the way, huh?
So it's Chuck in all caps.
Yeah. Somebody's asking, where's Joe? I don't even know where Chuck is. I don't know where Joe is.
So North County mentioned opening their season at Central Cathedral next week. That game will be at 4:55 p.m. down at San Diego Ice Arena. UCA will start next Saturday as well at 3 p.m. They'll be over at Anaheim Ice taking on the Edison Chargers. That'll be a nice Division II matchup to start the year. Central Cathedral, North County, Edison, and Upland Christian Academy all intertwined in these first preseason/regular season games of the year. Edison took on North County last week, beat the Sea Dogs. Knocked away, ball looking to get the Eagles on the board, and that one, nice back check by Hovland to knock it away.
Again, like we talked about, some of these key players for the Sea Dogs. Hovland's definitely going to be one of them on the back end. We're going to get an offsides. And about 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third period.
Shots right now, 42-4. In favor of North County. Turnover in front. Backdoor pass. Lamatau with a shot, and that one goes up over the net. A comment left there by Jason Barber, who I'd imagine is Corona Norco's Jason Barber, who is watching the game here on YouTube. Little may Jason know that he has entered the record books in the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League.
First player to comment on our...
Well, I mean, maybe. You don't really know who anybody else is, so maybe. As Devereaux, or excuse me, Sanchez rather, makes
Sebastian
the first
Sanchez.
Stop. First stop for Sebastian. First game action of the preseason for Sanchez. Barber, last season, is now tied for 5th all-time in most points recorded in a single season in league history with 37. Tied Brody Norcutt from Orange Lutheran from back in the 2013-2014 year.
I know that name.
I believe you do.
And how many games were those teams playing? 18? Or less than that?
In 2013-14?
Yeah, well, I mean, back then, I don't know.
15?
Well, what about our buddy Jason Barber, our new record holder?
They played 16 last year also.
Folks, that's a lot of points for 16 games.
Well, that Corona Norco team last year put up some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of points on the board. Barber also has one of the longest point-scoring streaks in league history, 13 games in a row.
Good little play by Travis Ball again. Just a good effort by him here this evening. Good on the back check. That hockey player is going to sleep well tonight.
Champlin trying to push it up and out. Rivera over there with 3:10 to go.
We're getting icing. Going to come all the way back into the Eagle zone. And we'll get a face-off to the right of Sebastian Sanchez with 2:55, 51, 50, 49 remaining in the third period. Play continues. Eagles and Sea Dogs in the corner, jamming away for the puck.
Church trying to chop it ahead. Kennedy was over there to try to help, but it's knocked right back in by Hovland. Brundage gets it out to center. Eagles trying to avoid the shutout here with 2.25 minutes to go in this third period. Irvine United, Central Cathedral are up next.
If you're watching that game, you could just keep it right here. We're not even going to move. Camera's still going to be running. We'll have that game coming up in no time. About an hour, but still no time.
Game scheduled for 6:30. Probably get things underway about 6:20 or so. Outlet here to Worth all by himself. Oh, and a glove save by Sanchez, who robs him with a left hand.
Big save. Worth cuts across, makes a nice little dip of the shoulder and tries to get around the far side. And Sebastian Sanchez puts the glove out, and Worth fires it right into his glove. Beautiful save by Sanchez.
Might be the save of the night, even after everything Devereaux did.
I think the Eagles have figured out at least one position here tonight.
I think you're correct. Under a minute to go as we had another icing call here.
Matthew Hummer asked a question, can a team be dropped from a higher division to a lower division? Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
It's happened before.
It has happened. I'm not particularly sure it's going to happen this year.
But there you go. Thanks for asking, Matthew.
The opposite also may be true.
I think the league is willing to do anything that's going to be most beneficial for the league as a whole. If something was to be done, it would have to make sense for everybody involved.
We saw it happen last year. Mike, you experienced it firsthand, and I think it worked out well. It just helped for developmental purposes.
I just think if the league's going to make some decisions, it's going to be done for the good of the whole. And hey, it's just, lots of talking and lots of discussions that would have to go into something like that. But anyways, tonight's game.
It's possible. Yep. That's going to do it for game number 1. Our first game on YouTube is in the books. Sea Dogs win it 7-0. Let's talk 3 stars of the game. It's preseason. We can shore up this segment a little bit. Our third star of the game, with a couple of goals. I think Wood did a pretty good job for North County tonight. Devin Wood getting his second and third points of the season. getting a couple goals late, did a good job. He's our third star of the game, Devin Wood from North County. Our second star of the game, and it came in a losing effort, but I don't think we can overlook what Benjamin Devereaux did in between the pipes for UCA, even though gave up 7 goals tonight. Stopped a ton. 30. I'll look at these numbers again. Stopped 35 of 42. Benjamin Devereaux is our second star of the game, the Eagles netminder, and our number 1 star of the game. I'm gonna throw this one over to you. Who do you think was the number 1 star of the game?
Oh, I mean, if you're going to go off of points, it could be one person. If you're going off of effort and impact on the game, it could be another person. But typically, a first star would be somebody who would have points. So you got to take a look at Chappelle for the Sea Dogs, who had a goal and assist, right? Led his team there.
Yeah.
With 2 points.
Yeah.
So I got to believe Chappelle is the guy. But he could probably throw into that mix too is Hovland and Franey and Worth and a whole cast of other characters that really put a number on the Eagles here tonight. But for tonight's sake, we're going to say Chappelle.
There you go. Joey Chappelle, your number 1 star of the game. North County wins it 7-0. They split their 2 preseason games. We'll be back on the air here shortly for Irvine United and Central Cathedral. We're going to start that next game at 6:15. We just got the official word from the commissioner, so make sure you're back at 6:15 for the Warriors and the Jets. Special thanks to Andy Dickerson from Black Dog Hockey, as always. For Christian Ilton, Mike Perkins, I'm Eric Pesolano saying so long from FivePoint Arena in Irvine, California. North County wins at 7-0 over Upland Christian Academy. You've been watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League preseason right here on YouTube. We'll see you in a bit, everybody. Bye-bye. That poor goaltender plays for Central. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League live right here on YouTube. Eric Pessolano, Mike Perkins, Christian Hilton with you here from FivePoint Arena in Irvine, California, as we bring you the Central Cathedral Jets hosting the Irvine United Warriors. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on youtube.com/ADHSHL. Get to watch the games for free tonight here. It's the final game of our doubleheader in Irvine, and Mike, we'll start with you. This Irvine United team coming off a magical run last year. They were Commissioner's Cup champions in Division 3. They've made the jump up to D2. They were looking good coming into this year. Yeah, Coach Hutch and his gang, they're going to be looking to step to Division 2 this year and see what they can make happen at this level. Look for players like Josh Hougie and Seth Neese, both very accomplished hockey players. They're going to be a big help to his step into the Division 2 world. The other side for Central Cathedral, they didn't end the year they wanted to. They exited the playoffs with a first-round loss to North County after losing just 3 games in the regular season all year. The Jets making the drive up here to Irvine. They are the home team, even though the Irvine United Warriors practice in this building and are located just miles down the street. Now we're underway here from FivePoint Arena as they chase the puck down here into the corner. There it was played by Kian Donidina. Kelly picks this one up here for Central Cathedral, plays it up toward the blue line. Donidina cannot get to it. It's all the way back down the other end where Anthony Viduro is in between the pipes for the Warriors tonight. Those of you joining us tonight on youtube.com, thank you so much. This is the second of our 2 free preseason broadcasts on YouTube. We'll be back over to Black Dog Hockey next Friday night. Tahoe Hockey Academy and Capistrano United will kick off the 2019 regular season on Black Dog Hockey. We'll be able to subscribe to Black Dog for the year. And in the meantime, on the YouTube channel here, youtube.com/ADHSHL, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Lots of great content coming your way for the 1920 campaign. All kinds of new stuff, too. Oh, yeah. So many things. We filmed a show earlier today. Got some B-roll for another show that's going to come out. The report card makes its return in a brand new format. All kinds of good stuff coming from the league. We got a lot of work to do. That's what I know. Well, right from the start here, Eric, Central Cathedral missing no beat to who they are. They're a hard-working crew, and yep. And see a lot of the same here coming from them in the early going. See Andrew Chua. Trying to control this one, loses it. It goes back. Navarro picking it up here in the meantime. Jets had a pretty good first preseason game. They beat Upland Christian Academy last week 8-1. Wrap up their preseason here tonight. Irvine United played Edison last Friday, and they fell to the Chargers 6-1. Alex Ha fires this one wide of the net. Picked up far side, but stolen away. And this one shot up over the top of everybody. That was Maxwell Mader making that attempt. A lot of returners on both of these teams coming into this season. Mentioned the Jets only lost 3 in the regular season. This one bouncing in toward the net. Sydney Costello jumping out, covered up the first one. It's still loose, gets the whistle. And she was able to cover up on top of the crease. Couple saves for Costello here early on. Luigi and Ha camping out front of the Jets net there, just waiting for a rebound, and Costello is strong to the first test.
Fans, a reminder, check in. Let us know where you guys are watching this game from. We had some folks from out of the United States earlier. We had some folks out of California State. So check in. We'll give you guys a shout out online during this preseason preview for the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League broadcast coverage.
And comment right below what you're watching.
Yeah.
Turnover in front. Ha trying to put one over to Luigi, and that one is knocked away in front. Jets trying to move things ahead. That one off Lamaka. Goes up over top and into the back wall. Jets trying to find some offense here early. They had quite the year last year. They ended up with 8 players in double figures in scoring last season. They were a force to be reckoned with in the regular season, as that one knocked away by Vaduro. First stop for the Irvine netminder. A lot of points to replace, though, for the Jets, even though they do have a lot of returners. Almera, one of those players who had 10 points last year, 6 goals, 4 assists. Orangelis. Chase it down in the corner one more time. The key losses on offense for the Jets from last season is this one has lifted the length of the ice. Seamus Radley, who had 17 goals for the Jets, 24 points on the year, has since graduated. Alexander Randall is gone. Matt Vogel, Israel Frankowitz, all these players in double figures. That's a lot of offense that they got to replace.
Good scoring chance for the Jets there.
And still keep it in the zone through traffic. Vaduro watches this one go to the side. Taken away here at the point.
Good smart play by Costello to put the puck in the corner to her defenseman, and they get it out of the zone and get it down on the other end.
Down in the corner, this one sent around the wall. Seth Neese able to hold it in. Played up by Simon. 1 against 3. Drops a pass off, and that one fired just wide of the net by Paul Brannon. Brannon looking for Simon, who was cruising toward the front of the net. So is Jacob Shaw. Held in far side by Christian Navarro for a moment. Now this one is able to sneak out as Neese pushes it to center. This one finds its way in toward the front of the net. Vaduro, they are able to make the stop. Vaduro had his work cut out for him in their game last week. Gave up 6 goals against Edison, but stopped 39 shots out of 45 attempts. Very Benjamin Devereaux-like numbers, for those of you who watched our game earlier between Upland Christian Academy and North County.
Keep an eye on the Jets. Jacob Scholl. Good couple of shifts for him already early in the game.
Got our first check-in, guys. Elaine Buchanan says she's watching from San Diego, and she's watching her son's former Jets team.
Nice.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. This one is over in the corner. Simon in front. Trying to get that one on the tape in the middle. Chua off the bench. Here comes Chua in the middle. He's going to tee one up. The captain fires it up over the top of the net.
And then finds his rebound after that. An animal getting after that.
Chang trying to sneak in the middle. Navarro able to take it away. There's a takedown. We're going to get a holding call here against Irvine. And the first power play of the game is going to go to Central Cathedral. 2 minutes for Philip Chang. Time of the penalty, 7-11 of the first.
Get a good first look at the power play of the Central Cathedral Jets.
Jets were 8 of 44 on the power play last year. 88.5% success rate. This is Khalil Donidina. Has to play it around the wall one more time. And Vaduro able to block her that one aside. Lopez picks it up. That one's in front again, and Vaduro gets the pad out. 4 stops for the Irvine goaltender.
And another one goes in on him. He'll just cover that up, and we'll get a face off to his left with 9 minutes remaining in the first period. Early shot totals, 5-1 Jets. What do you got?
5-2.
5-2. All right, close enough.
That's pretty close.
Close enough.
We also have Kurt Conway chiming in saying, "Go Jets, watching my cousin Quinn Conway live is great." Your Uncle Kurt from Chicago. Add another state to the list, guys.
Thanks for watching, Uncle Kurt.
2 countries, 3 states tonight so far.
Quinn had a goal in their preseason game against Edison last week. Look to try to make his uncle happy here again tonight in Irvine. Chua. Kakihara lost it off the stick. It was able to stay in the zone, however. Kelly stepping into one, and this one's whistled wide. All the way around the wall. Elhart tries to catch up to it. He can't. He'll have to retrieve it back to his own end where Chua has it. And he'll send it in toward the net. That's off the blocker. That might have been icing had Vaduro let it go. But in front, here's Conway on cue, and that one knocked away by Vaduro. Navarro. That one hits his teammate Elhart in the middle. Nice gets to it, and he sends it away.
Conway with a beautiful chance. The puck pops out to him as he comes out the bench and right down the middle of the ice for a prime scoring opportunity here as we get play back to full strength on both sides.
There's Chua. That one in front is knocked away. That's Michael Chua. 7-2 are the shots in favor of the Jets here in the first half of this first period. Donidina and Lamaka giving fits to Shane West. Weaves his way through the crowd. He's got nobody on the backside. Zhang picks it up after coming out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. Stripped away. Played up ahead here for Central Cathedral, but then that one deflected. Sent up ahead by Suvorov. This one's loose in front, trying to find it as Vaduro, who covers it up, picks up yet another stop. And it's the Jets who are on fire offensively here early. No goals to show for it, but they are putting the pressure on Vaduro every chance they can.
Real smart play there by Ben Lamaka, who's standing in front of his own goaltender, Vaduro. And he just corrals the puck and gives it to Vaduro, and he just covers up. We'll get a face-off to his right. 6:45 remaining in the first period.
Maxwell Mader with it. Oh, and that one is ripped home by Andrew Chua just inside the blue line, and the Jets are finally able to crack the scoreboard. It's 1-0.
Well, the Chua brothers have absolutely controlled bigger portions of this game here, and Andrew snaps one. He just steps off the wall on the far side and sends one high over the shoulder and blocker of Vaduro, and it finds its way into the back of the net. And it just what seems to be just a real simple shot towards the net. He puts his Jets up by 1 with 6:27 remaining in the first period.
Loose puck in the offensive zone for Irvine. They got to be careful here. Turnover could have led to disaster. Reinhardt in the middle, bumped off the puck by Shaw and Bortoluzzi, and a backhander in toward Costello, and she makes a stop, her third.
Oh, here we go.
And maybe a breakout. Simon able to just get a piece to keep the play in the offensive zone. Mater trying to tap it to Simon, now underneath to Shaw. A couple of players collide, backhand deflected out front off the stick of Viduro. Michael Chua coming in, knocks it into the corner. Shaw battling with Ha. Shaw gets that pass away around Luigi. Simon sends it underneath. A little more than 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Jets got on the board first.
I like this line.
It may only be preseason, but you're watching the reigning Division III champions against the reigning regular season Division III champions from a year ago. Both of these teams have moved up to Division II this year. They'll battle for a different trophy this time around. Bradford sends it ahead. And McCarris down in the corner, picks it up, tries to send it in front. Was once again looking for Bradford. Andrew Chua holds it in. The big captain weaving his way through traffic, lost it, but the team keeps control of the offensive zone. Lopez stripped by Donnie Dina. Bortoluzzi holds it in. Lopez with a backhander deep one more time. Lopez coming free, fires one off the stick of Reinhardt into the protective netting, and we get a whistle. 4:14 to go in the first period. Jets 1, Warriors nothing.
Well, I was going to mention, I sure like that line of Simon, Scholl, and Mater.
Yeah.
You know,
that's M-A-D-E-R, not M-A-T-E-R, which is what we're used to.
Correct. But I like them. They're young, obviously young players, and they got a lot of jam to their style and puck possession and some skill along with it. We'll look to see that line and see how it develops over the course of the year.
It'll be fun to see.
The diaper line.
Final game of our doubleheader here in the preseason tonight. We'll get your regular season action next Friday night. Tahoe Hockey Academy, Capistrano United. Coyotes making their Division I debut. Manton in front, didn't get it off in time. Jang has to chase it down. Near side to Suvorov, he loses control, and here come the Jets again. Conway, a little out of his reach. Donnie Dina keeps it in. Kakihara across the blue line. He's checked into the boards. Our regular season coverage will include mostly Varsity Division I games. The division has now expanded to 10 teams.
Plenty of action to cover for us.
That's a lot to do. There's so many games in Division I now, and in so many locations, we're not even going to be able to cover all of them for the first time since we started doing this.
And we're up to a 20-game schedule.
Yeah. Now,
not only have we beefed up Division I, we've added some games.
We did. 2 of those games are preseason games, however. So there's 18 regular season, 2 preseason for a total of 20. But due to all the different locations around the state where these D1 games are being played, we're not going to get to all of them. We'll get to most of them. And that one's knocked in. I think it was Chua again.
Again.
Off the rebound.
Andrew Chua just bulldogs his way through the middle of the ice. And the puck goes off the left pad of Vedrano and pops right back to him, and he'll just chip it up and over the top of him into the back of the net, giving the Jets a 2-0 lead with 2:37 remaining in the first period. You know, Eric, the Jets are controlling the majority of the offensive play here in the first period. What do you got for shots? Is it comparable to what's up on the board there?
I have 11-3.
Yeah,
They're
so
a little behind, but close enough.
But obviously, there's some separation there from an offensive standpoint between the two teams right now.
Elhart's going to get the assist on that goal.
Number 77 a point. Chua out of the gate, your top candidate for a star in this game. Luigi trying to make some noise. Backhands one. It's into the side of the net, though Costello was there just in case. We won't see these teams in the regular season in California. We will see these teams, I believe, in Vegas when we go to the showcase in December. They both went last year. I think they're on the docket again. That broadcast schedule has not been finalized, nor has the tournament schedule itself. So we'll see how things go.
How quick did that tournament fill up this year, though?
I don't know, 11 minutes.
Like,
it was fast. Oh,
like
that one. The
tickets to the Rolling Stones. Gone.
You know, every show in Vegas fills up quickly.
The Vegas showcase is bigger than the Rolling Stones, I think. We sold out faster.
We'll take the show on the road again. The report card. We'll have another edition out in Vegas.
You can do it outside in December, right?
I'm going to go with no.
Oh, all right.
No, it's 11 degrees in Vegas at that time.
Not. It's not.
It's cold. It's mostly windy, but it's cold.
Yeah, 55.
It was 48 when we were there. I remember, I checked.
48?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Mike,
48
remember that
Vegas.
not all of us live in an icebox.
And I know this because I was in Seattle the following week, or the prior week, and it was 42 in Seattle and 48 in Vegas. Yeah.
You get a penalty here.
There's a save by Costello. This is going to go against the Jets, and we're going to have a cross-check here against Central Cathedral.
Warrior power play.
They're going to get Bortoluzzi here on the infraction with 12 seconds left in the period.
Unless they can score in the 12.1 that's left in the first period, they're going to get a good chunk of that power play time to work with in the second period.
Simon took the draw at a knockback. Look out here. It's Mater all by himself, and he fires it over the crossbar. And that'll do it for the first period. That was the last action of the frame. The Jets break out with a couple of goals in the span of just shy of 4 minutes. Andrew Chua twice. Central Cathedral leads it 2-0 over Irvine United as you're watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League preseason here on youtube.com/ADHSHL. Make sure you subscribe to the league channel, folks. A lot of good content coming your way here for this 2019-2020 season. And Coach Andrew Chua in that first period, not only has it seemed like he's grown 3.5 feet, but he comes out and he bangs 2 home to give his team a 2-goal lead.
The first goal was just an opportunity that he saw, just trying to get the puck towards the net, and it found its way through some traffic and got past Verduro, and gets his team on the board after a lot of hard work from the Jets. Eric, you got to agree with me. The Jets and their forechecking and their ability to work the puck in the offensive zone has just been smothering towards the Warriors. Unfortunately, the shots show that as well, and things are just a little bit lopsided. So I think Coach Hutchinson is just going to try to regroup a little bit here with his Warriors and try to head into the second period, put that one behind him and say, hey, this is preseason, and let's see if we can change the channel here a little bit and try to get some offensive opportunities ourselves, and look to guys like Josh Luigi and Seth Neist to help the Warriors get themselves some offensive chances and maybe get themselves on the board.
The Jets were a team last season that didn't score a ton in the early ongoing and then cranked it up quite a bit as the year went on. They scored 75 goals last season in the span of 16 games. That's pretty good. And they've lost a few players at graduation. They come back out here and it doesn't look like they've lost too much of a step. They moved up a division also. It's going to be a fun ride for them going through Division 2 this season. And they'll open up their schedule next Saturday down at San Diego Ice Arena. They're going to host North County, the team that knocked them out of the postseason in the first round last year. A little bit of a revenge game to open up the year. Kudos to the schedulers for that one.
I think somebody knew what they were doing.
Maybe, just a little bit.
Warriors struggling a little bit to get out of their own end with some continuity and get the puck up the ice and into the Jet zone and to try to get things set up. And here they get into the zone now.
Minute 10 to go on the power play. Irvine United last year scored 5 times on 52 power plays. That's only 9.5%. A lot of work to be done on the man advantage for the Warriors. And, you know, even championship teams have some flaws. That would certainly be one of theirs.
Well, as we know, Eric, championship teams are not made in September and October.
They're not. They are made in, well, in this league, February and March.
Well.
And Irvine United, with a 9-6 regular season record, go on to win the title.
Here comes Chua again.
Tries to slide one in between, and it found its way by Viduro, and Chua has himself a hat trick.
A natural hat trick at that.
A natural hat trick here early in the second period.
Chua picks up the puck just inside his own zone and finds his way all the way around the Warrior defense and steps in and slides the puck underneath the right pad of Viduro. Now he'll go get a breather, and they send his brother out next.
The old Natty Hattie. And that one was shorthanded, too. At a minute 33 of the second period. There's Navarro with a shot and Viduro a stop.
They're back to full strength here for the Jets.
We got a shorthanded goal in both games tonight here at FivePoint Arena. Forget Irvine United last year, even though they hovered just above 500 going to the postseason. They rode their defense, they rode their goaltending all the way to a title last year. They're going to miss Jacob Hahn, no doubt. Viduro trying to be a worthy a worthy proponent of taking over that job. So we had an icing call here against the Warriors, but it's going to be tough shoes to fill after you had Jacob Hahn.
Well, we all know what Jacob Hahn brings to the table for the Warriors in the last couple of years. He's got great size, got a good glove hand, and a very, very calm demeanor in the net. So, yes, Viduro will have to, he's got some big shoes to fill, but hey, again, we talked about this earlier. That's what high school sports are about. See who's going to make things happen as we got a 2-on-1 developing.
As Alex Ha gets around Bortoluzzi, shoots, tries to go top shelf, and fires it over the corner of the net. Not a bad idea from the Irvine forward.
Well, got the diaper line back out here again.
Off the wall, and that one goes into the bench. 13:54 to go in the second period. These two teams, no stranger to not having an ice cut. In Division II, you do have an ice cut. However, here in this preseason game, there will not be one after 2 periods, no matter what the score is. It'll be just like last season for them, but they'll get used to it when the year begins.
Guys, just remind you, we do have some fans on YouTube that are chanting. One in particular really wants to see Chuck. Wanted to see him in the first game, wants to see him in the second game.
Same fan?
Same exact fan.
A fan club for Chuck.
Medgas boy.
Oh, there's a hit that came up high. That might be a high stick here, and it will be, and it's going to be against Chua. Can we find out who that is?
We're on it.
I'd really love to know who wants to see Chuck. We know everybody wants to see Chuck, but finally somebody has been so bold enough to comment about it.
Same guy.
Or girl.
No, it's a guy.
Oh, it's a guy?
We know who it is.
We do know who it is.
I can't believe you don't know who it is.
This one is flipped in front and put home for Central Cathedral, and again shorthanded. The Jets get on the board. And this time it's Anthony Elhart, who had an assist earlier, is going to flip this one home for the 4th Jets goal of the game.
Well, the Jets again just applying lots of pressure on the Warrior defense, and they attack with numbers. And I talked about this before. You know, this has just been their MO as they get a shorthanded goal here. But the Jets have always played hard. At every team that I've ever seen of theirs, they just get after it.
All right, we found out who it is.
Can't believe you didn't know.
I get it now. Almera into the middle. Here's West. Jets keeping up this high-octane offense. Flip toward Viduro, who paddles it aside. 2 goals in the span of 5 shots in this period. 2 minutes and 10 seconds apart for Chua and Elhart. Elhart with a couple of points to his credit tonight, as this one is fired toward the net. Costello with a save. First shot of the period for Irvine United. This one launched through traffic. Nobody saw it. Costello has to play it off the back wall. Here's Almera. Weaving his way through traffic. That one deflects high into the netting, and we get a whistle with 12:04 to go here in the middle frame.
We have a 3rd state to add to our list.
Is that right?
Savannah Ruiz says, watching my little brother, Brecken, from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Mark that one off the map.
That's it. Just past 9 p.m.
Yeah.
in Memphis.
Not too late to watch some hockey.
Not too late. No, not terribly late.
They'll be watching hockey in Tennessee pretty soon.
There's one more game here on this rink tonight. We're not covering it, but it's here.
Sorry to our friends in Memphis, Tennessee who wanted to stay up later. But folks, keep it coming. If you're watching this game, feel free to chime in. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to give you guys a shout out. We'd love to keep our list going. We have been checked into from 2 different countries, 3 different states. 4 different states, I'm sorry. Illinois, Indiana, Nashville, of course, Memphis, which is of course in Tennessee. And then, of course, we've got a couple people from California watching. Didn't think we'd be able to pull that off.
Well, 46 to go. Can we do it in a little over a period and a half? Big check on Suvorov. In the middle of the ice there as Lamaka comes together on the other side of the ice. And they're going to get an interference call in front as Navarro's knocked down. They're going to get Luigi here for a cross check. And the Jets will go to the power play again. Their second of the night. Manton and Lopez taking the draw. Lopez wins it back. Bradford taps it to Kelly. Jets 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Had one early in the first. Or late in the first, I should say. And Carius brought it in, but it's taken away by Irvine and swept aside and out. Bradford. And as the Jets reset, that one lifted the length. He's going to go for icing.
You know, guys, I'd like to say that I think it's pretty cool that we got 5 different states to check in tonight. Jim Pessolano from Seattle.
From Washington.
Checking in.
Familiar name.
Dad's watching from home tonight.
Lydia Shaw also checks in saying, watching my cousin Jacob Shaw, go number 97, go Jets. Didn't get a state from her where she might be from, but still, thanks for checking in.
What did Dad say?
He just said listening from Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Nope, here's the 3 youngsters again out on the ice for us.
Costello will settle it down here with 50 seconds to go on the power play. Let's see what they can do. They're led by Chua again, right up the middle. Chua looking for his 4th.
Oh.
Got some room. Almost got it, but Fedoro said no. Bortoluzzi on the backside. His shot blocked away by Jane. Got his own rebound in front. Mater couldn't settle it down out of midair. Chua, T1 up. That one fired over the top of that. I think you got an update here, Christian.
Yeah, our 6th, the Shawls, at least Lydia, said the Colorado Shawls are shouting in our living room.
I love it. Thanks for tuning in, Colorado. By the way, huge day in the state of Colorado when it comes to hockey.
What happened?
Can I say it? You going to let me do
You
this?
can say it.
Icing call here back
Have
the
fun.
other way. Mikko Rantanen signing a 6-year, $55.5 million deal with the Colorado Avalanche. He's sticking around.
It's also
And a giant smile came
That's
up
pretty
on his
huge.
face.
That's pretty huge.
We talked about this a few months
know.
about
Yeah.
a month ago. Would it be done? The answer is yes.
It's also a big night for Major League Baseball and a certain pitcher who plays in Houston.
Yep.
3,000 strikeouts.
And who did he strike out for the 3,000 mark?
Cole Calhoun.
That's correct.
A local Angel boy. But 18th pitcher of all time, so a lot of cool sports things going on today.
Pete Alonso broke the rookie record for home runs in a
did.
season earlier against the Braves. Big day in sports. I'm sure my dad could tell you that everybody up in Seattle going nuts today. The Huskies beating the Trojans on the football field.
Oh, was that how the game ended? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you did. But more importantly, the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League is back.
Yes, it is.
Preseason action here from FivePoint Arena. Thanks for watching on youtube.com/ADHSHL. Almera with a shot, and he whistles it wide.
Just missed.
I think that's the most important sports news of the day,
It might be.
that high school league hockey is back.
Don't forget to click that subscribe button on youtube.com for those of you watching. We are fairly new at this. We are close to 200 subscribers. I know that much. See if we can get a race to 200 out there. Who's going to be number 200? 7:53 to go here, second period, 4-0. Central Cathedral with a lead over Irvine United. My dad also wanting us to point out that the Bruins beat the Blackhawks 8-2 today. That's a lot of goals.
The UCLA Bruins?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. You know who was at that game, that Bruins-Blackhawks game tonight? Our good friend Will Ferrero, the former assistant coach for Modern Day in this league, and he also worked with us at Black Dog Hockey for a while. He was in attendance tonight at TD Garden.
Kid went to college, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Is it TD Garden or TD Bank Garden?
TD Garden.
TD Garden.
Yeah.
What a great place. What an awesome place to watch a hockey game.
I've not been there yet.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Probably the best part about it is you come in on the train underneath on the platform.
I've done that.
Go down, go down, have a slice of pizza and a soda, and then all of a sudden, about 5 minutes before the game, they say, "Okay, everybody," and then everybody jumps on the escalators right on up
Right to
into
the
the
seats.
stadium and right to your seats.
Yep. You'd figured I'd been to a game there, being from there and all, but I haven't been to the new place yet. I call it the new place. It's been there for like 20 years.
I'm trying to remember who I saw. I think I saw him play Calgary there.
Is that right?
Yep.
I will tell you, the first NHL game I ever went to, 1995, saw the Maple Leafs and Bruins at the Boston Garden.
At the old Boston
The
Garden?
old Boston Garden. I think the Leafs won that day 4-3, if I remember correctly. I was also
Well, that's a rivalry there.
Was very young. Yeah, it was a good game.
What year was that?
95.
Was Dougie Gilmore playing for the Leaf?
I'd imagine so.
Yep.
I know Cam Neely was there, and that's all I cared about that day. Lopez shoots.
Rebound.
Big rebound for Conway, but he couldn't get to it, and Viduro covers it up. And yes, I love Ray Bork too, but it was all about Cam Neely.
What was your first ice game or hockey game, Iceman? That's what I meant to say.
The first professional
game?
My first professional hockey game was a WHA game between the St. Paul Fighting Saints and somebody else. No, it was St. Paul Fighting Saints and the Houston Arrows.
All right, now give me an NHL.
Minnesota North Stars and
who did they play?
I'm not sure who they played, but maybe the Red Wings. Maybe the Red Wings. North Stars Red Wings.
Ilton?
My first hockey game, I was 2 weeks old. I do not remember who was playing, but it was in the inaugural season of the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim.
All right.
So,
my first game in Anaheim, they played the Dallas Stars. I remember that.
I don't recognize them.
Yeah, we got a little bit of pushing and shoving going around. Chua been getting under the skin of the Warriors a little bit, so they rough him up just a little after that puck is covered up.
Kurt wants to make sure you guys know, all the way from Illinois, that you guys are doing great.
Oh, thank you, Kurt. Appreciate it.
And I love that Jim, your father, is pointing out that our sound sounds great tonight. We all sound great, because we've had some issues with audio.
He also commented that I was at the original Garden after we.
With an H.
He spelled it with an H. Portaluzzi around the wall.
Folks, this is exactly what a broadcast sounds like for the high school
For
league.
those of you watching for the first time, you got a lot to look forward to over on Black Dog Hockey this season.
A little preseason fun. Trying to get back in the swing of things ourselves.
Yeah.
Already in mid-season form.
And nothing can prepare us for the return of Chuck Lacey.
We miss you, Laser.
We do.
Just hope no Battle of the Bands things happen again.
Little deflection out front. Bradford's ready for
just
it on the
missed
backside.
right through the back of the crease.
Lopez, whistled that one on by. Avacarius backdoor trying to go tape to tape with Lopez. Struggled catching it, but kept it in the zone. Bortoluzzi underneath. Here's Bradford. 5 minutes to go, second period. Remember, no ice cut no matter the score. Good stick in the middle to intercept the pass. Warriors looking for some offense here. Luigi got a man in the middle, keeps it himself. Backhand forehand kicked away by Costello. Puck loose in front.
Still loose.
Costello looking for it, gets the glove on top. We get a whistle. I'm sorry, that's not. We had a goalie change somewhere, and I missed it. Probably in the middle of the period after a whistle. It happened behind us to our left when the puck was
most of the play was down at the other end there. And Wee's out there.
Yeah.
Or Way.
Luya Way.
Way, yep.
She comes out there and makes a couple of saves.
Well, that's a big first save there against Josh Luigi, who got some speed out of the neutral zone and turned the corner and cut across the front of the net. And Way got a pad on it, and the puck was laying loose as a myriad of players from both sides were battling for that loose puck. And I'm not exactly sure why the whistle was blown. Maybe the net was off.
Maybe. Costello and Way split time last week in the preseason as well. They'll do it again here today. Almero weaving through traffic, comes to West, who lifts it up over everybody.
Just missed off a redirect from Kelly. Jets working around nicely.
Backhand out to Kelly, settles it down, going to tee one up off the foot. Suvorov in the middle. Manson wanted to try to get a pass over there and does. Suvorov trying to come in right through the middle. Nowhere to go as it comes out to Lamaka. O'Mara dropping it off. West been trying to get a goal all night. Backhands one wide. Vaduro watches it go by. Chua holds it in far side. Andrew comes over to Bortoluzzi, who'd been moving the other way. Off the wrong foot, able to corral it. Denied in the middle. 20 seconds left on the penalty. Battle in the corner. That one off the shoulder of Vaduro. And the third power play for Central Cathedral goes for naught. They've scored twice shorthanded in the game, but haven't been able to score on the power play. Nice gets tangled up, gets it away to Zhang. Here comes Zhang. Can't get by Chua, it's knocked away. Mater blew a tire, got back to his knees. Able to corral it off the stick of Donnie Dina. Shaw with a try, and that one blocked away by Lamaka. Mater in front to Simon, paddled away by Vaduro. 2 minutes to go now here in this second period. Big lead for the Jets, it's 4-0. Back door, that one pushed in front, kicked away by Vaduro.
Telling you, I like that line. Here they go, back to work again.
Simon through Shaw's legs, through Mater's legs, up to Navarro. In front, Mater leaning. Didn't get a lot of it, but sliding to knock it away was Irvine. They'll play it out past the blue line.
William Kelly chiming in saying, crush it number 11, go Jets. Thanks for chiming in. Let us know where you're from if you're watching from anywhere besides, well, in this building, I guess.
Also right on cue, there is Brecken Kelly.
Yeah.
Wearing the number 11 with the puck behind his netminder Way.
He's perfect.
Off the boards in front of the Jets bench. Nice trying to flip it ahead, give Luya Way some pressure. That's what Lu G's going to do, and run into by Navarro. Navarro took the brunt of it, but got the job done. Kakihara, a little bit of room, and a man in front. Fires one. Oh, that one goes off the shaft of the stick and over the top of the net.
Good thing he hit the butt end of his stick there. Otherwise, that was going to go in the back of the net.
10th shot on goal for Central Cathedral in the period. They have 22 in the game. Vaduro paddles it away, 38 seconds to go. Elhard keeping it deep. Kakihara to a backhand. It rolls through the crease in front. Donnie Dina plays it off the wall. We're down to a quarter of a minute left. Irvine United looking for maybe one last attempt at a shot. They can't quite get to it. Here's Reinhardt in his own end. 5 seconds to go. Donnie Dina to the middle. Luigi outlet. Ha doesn't see the clock and runs out of time. Lu Yahweh was ready. He wanted to try to get a third save in before the period ended, but it was not to be.
Well, Andrew Chua was ready too.
Yeah, he was. 2 goals in the period for the Jets. Both of them shorthanded, one by Chua, one by Elhart. It's just 2 minutes and 10 seconds apart. Central Cathedral leads Irvine United 4-0 after 34 minutes. You're watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League on youtube.com/ADHSHL. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I'm Eric Pesolano with Mike Perkins and Christian Ilton from FivePoint Arena in Irvine, California. Second of 2 preseason games we're bringing to you live and for free on youtube.com. We have a lot more content aside from just game broadcasts coming your way on the ADHSHL channel. That's why we'd like you to hit that subscribe button. We've got 3 new shows coming your way this season on YouTube. And don't forget to check out all the ADHSHL's social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Facebook, Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League. Twitter and Instagram at ADHSHL. A lot of great stuff on there, too. Our social media team's hard at work regularly bringing you content all throughout the season.
I was actually talking to somebody on that team. You can now just look up ADHSHL on Facebook, and you'll get the league's Facebook
Making it
page.
easier every day for everybody.
Because Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League, not only a very big mouthful to spit out, tough to type maybe. So, you know.
Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah,
it rolls right off the tongue.
Some of us are used to it, but
11 years.
10 for me. This is my decade.
So here's the funny part about all this. So this is my 11th season on the air with the league. Christian, it's your 10th. Mike, as far as broadcasting senses, this is year 4.
Yep.
Right? But you've been around with the league since day one.
It's already been 4 years?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
So this, for the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League officially, is year 9.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
For official purposes, even though it was established back in 2008, but the official start of the league with the expansion era and all the new teams and actually making it somewhat of a competitive league with not just having to play.
Era.
That's what we called it.
Wow.
Not just playing 2 or 3 teams 48 times in a season. 2011 is the official first year of play. That's when the record book picks up from.
Well, that's where the record book picks up from, but it was also the first year of a varsity championship.
Yes, that is correct. So
there was a JV championship the year before,
yeah.
but not a varsity championship.
So 2011, the official first year. So this is year 9, which means next year is the big anniversary for the league. And here to talk about that a little bit is the commissioner, Matt Blanchard, who joins us for the first time live on YouTube during a game broadcast.
Congratulations, guys. You guys are getting up there in the world. What am I here to talk about? YouTube?
We're going to talk about
the YouTube?
We can talk about YouTube.
The record book.
You're a subscriber.
Boy.
We're talking about how the league.
Lots of topics you guys are throwing at me in 10 seconds. Record book, YouTube.
Well, I want to talk about the record book because you initially started it.
I did.
And I remember
I started
old
about 8
days of putting that together.
Ago. Yeah, 8 years ago we probably started the record book when there was all 12 teams in the league, and it was a lot easier. And now it's taking 3 people 3 weeks to update. So you got it's a gargantuan task to update it. We have not updated it. We've been lax over the last 2 years, and the staff that we put together is hopefully going to have it done by opening weekend. They've been working diligently behind the scenes to update it and scan every web page and past seasons of the league to update the record book, which I think from a league perspective is important to have. I mean, that's the history of the league and the players in the league, and there's some names in the record book that as that staff goes through it, they conjure up some stories of players of the past.
I'm excited to have a copy of it with me every week this year.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Thumb through it.
Yeah. Well, there's some great stats in it. We were talking to somebody today that the fastest hat trick, fastest 3 goals by a single player in a game.
31 seconds.
Amazing.
As Viduro makes another stop in front here with Irvine shorthanded. Alex Ha picked up a roughing penalty.
I don't think some of those records will be broken ever.
How about penalty minutes in a season? That could be broken because there's
that could be broken. There's more games.
Yeah, more games.
There's more games. Yeah, but 31 seconds for a hat trick.
That one's tough.
That's pretty good.
Or what was the 217 minutes of continuous shutouts by a goalie by a team?
That one came very close to being broken.
Yeah, it came close. It came close.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was Jay Serra who holds the record. I think Capistrano United came pretty close with Garrett Kennedy a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
But I think came just short.
Yep. Well, and you got the popular ones: most points in a career, most points in a season, most goals in a season. So those are all great records to keep.
It is true. You and I were looking through it earlier, and we had a disputed record that we need to go back and check just to make sure.
Yep. Yeah.
We think somebody may have crossed the 100-point plateau for a career. but that may not be accurate, so we have to go back and look.
But that stat, unlike the rest of the record book, that stat includes playoffs and regular season.
Oh, I see. Then maybe that's
Great
why.
little play there.
Right in front, it's Almera who takes the pass, knows
From
what
West.
to do with it, and West, who has been looking for that goal all night, at least will get his name in the scorebook with an assist here.
O'Mara and West with a nice little give and go out of the corner. And O'Mara just steps to the front of the net and buries it in the back of the net.
And the Jets finally get that power play goal they've been looking for. They're 1 of 4 on the man advantage tonight.
How is the YouTube venture going for you?
The YouTube venture has gone amazing. We got a lot of crowd interaction.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
good.
comments. We got fans for this game particularly listening from 6 different states.
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah.
All across the great nation.
We're growing our subscribership as well.
Well, that's always important. I'm glad to hear that. So
Almost up to that double century mark, too.
After this, though, we go back on to Black Dog. Is that correct?
We'll be back to Black Dog Hockey October 4th, Friday night. Tahoe and Capo. Coyotes making their Division I debut. That game will be at 5:50 p.m.
They played to a 1-1 tie earlier today.
Capo did against Pacific Ridge.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. No overtime in the preseason.
Well, it's the first year of the preseason, so yeah, we're kind of working our way through it.
Yeah.
Which I think, I think I caught the word of it when I was stepping on with you guys. The 10-year anniversary is coming. I think we'll do some slight tweaks next year. We're already planning for the next year, believe it or not. The season hasn't even officially started. But we are looking at the 10-year window, and we got some things in the works that I think will be pretty exciting to start the season next year.
So this is the first year of official preseason, Matt. How do you think it's gone here in these last 2 weeks?
That's a good question. I think it's very preseason-esque, if I can say that.
Yeah.
Teams are working with what they got, trying different combinations out, which is really what it was intended to do. I don't think, we've had some close games, we've had some blowouts, so I think it's done its purpose in that we've been able to see some of the teams. And some of the teams have been able to get used to some of the players they have being a new season.
So I got a good question for you here after this call is made. We have a penalty coming up against Irvine. Reinhardt is going to get called for a cross-check here with 12:04 to go in this third period. That is the 5th penalty against Irvine United in this game. So another power play opportunity coming up here for Central Cathedral. They're 1 of 4 so far. We had a fan send in a question during the last game about, is it possible that a team can be moved to a lower division after the season has begun? And we saw it happen last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question would be, is after watching a few of these preseason games already, are you satisfied with how the divisions have been aligned already? Or are we still considering, as Bortoluzzi puts one home here for goal number 6 for the Jets?
A great job by the youngster line of Mater, Simon, and Scholl. And Bortoluzzi is the recipient of some good hard work by the youngster line.
So back to the question would be, Matt, are you satisfied with the division alignment? Do you think the right decisions were made? Or are we going to see some adjustment early on in the year?
I don't think there'll be any adjustments. We're going to look at it tomorrow and Monday. Obviously, the season schedule's made, but that could be changed and altered as we need to. It's going to be altered as we move forward anyway because of ice changes that we run into. But I don't. As I look at it from a bird's eye view, I think the teams that are in Division II, for example, if any of those were to be dropped to Division III, I think they'd be very strong Division III teams, which is not what we want. I think they can be competitive in Division II if, for example, all the players are here or they have their lineup set. So I don't see it right out of the chute unless somebody gives the league a very compelling reason why they need to be dropped. But there's some very good teams in Division II. There's some very good, so I think for the most part the balance is pretty accurate. Now you guys have probably seen a few more games than I have, but I have not seen all the preseason games. Most of our staff has been at the game, so we'll consult with them. But I think, from what I'm seeing, I can't see the reason to drop a team or raise a team because there's that far out of the division.
Oh, and I think you bring up a good point. There's been players who are going to be instrumental in team successes that haven't been able to play in preseason games yet. So when you see some of those blowouts, it could be, the numbers aren't exactly telling the whole story.
Yeah, and the preseason we intended really was not for us to ascertain the level of the teams. It was for the teams to get to know their teams and play in the games. So
I agree with that. You're not, teams aren't going to be the same in January and February as they are in September. Some of the teams are just getting started, getting things underway. So, there'll be some high scores. You don't have to look too far from, the rookie showcase that went on here for the NHL and some of the scores that were there.
Yeah. And this is my real first full day of watching games. And the one thing I've noticed is that a lot of kids, you can tell a lot of kids that have played in the summertime, but in the summertime it's much more fun and loose, and there's no hitting, and they can dangle where they want to, and they think they can come out here and dangle in a preseason game, and it doesn't work. So I think they're taking off some of this, what I would call summer rust, early practice rust. And as you said, Mike, by the time they get to January, they'll be much different team. So I think as to the point, Eric, I think we're happy right now with the teams, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, again, next year we're already planning. I think next year's, as we learned from the preseason and talking to teams, what could be good, what we have in mind, I think will fit what they need based upon what they lacked this year was a Labor Day tournament. There wasn't a high school Labor Day tournament this year that's normally in the past years.
Like there has been in the past.
There has been in the past.
Yes.
So a lot of the schools missed that, and were caught off guard by that. So I think we will have that addressed next season for the schools.
I think that's where a lot of teams really figure out early in the year where they're at and how they look, and that way allows them some adjustment period before they start to get some league games. And now that we have some preseason games in the mix, it gives them a couple extra games after Labor Day weekend. Maybe they look at some players to play on, if you're a multiple team program, you get a few games at a upper level team, and then if it doesn't work out, maybe you're on the JV team. Or maybe you do real well on the JV team in a tournament, and then you get your opportunities at the varsity level.
And the preseason for us really wasn't a planned thing. Once we learned that there wasn't a tournament, we decided to make the first two games preseason so they could fill that void. So it's not something I really wanted it to do. Next year we'll go to the 20 season game schedule, and we'll add something for preseason. I think that's alternate to scheduled games. So I'm excited about it already as the 10-year mark approaches. I think it's going to be something that will have an annual event to start the season off.
Regular season begins next Friday night, October the 4th, 5:50 p.m. on Black Dog Hockey Tahoe. Prep Hockey Academy will take on Capistrano United. The Division I matchup. Coyotes jumping up a division. There will be 6 games on the slate in the league on a Friday night to open the season at 3 different venues. Could we have ever imagined that?
That's pretty crazy.
We'll be right here at FivePoint Arena for a couple of D3 games with that D1 game sandwiched in between. Anaheim Ice will host a game, a D3 game, and Icetown Carlsbad will see La Jolla Country Day and Pacific Ridge play a doubleheader. The JV at 6:20 and the D1
that's their
teams
homecoming
at 8
game too.
p.m. That's right. They're opening up with their homecoming game like we saw last year.
Yeah. No, we've got, Cherry Creek coming into town this year again, and the Vegas Showcase in December. So it's the time to spend my Fridays and Saturdays at the rink for the next 20 weeks, and it's going to be great. Can't wait.
All-Star game early February, and playoffs end of February. A condensed calendar this season, if you will, but there's more games because we have more ice to play on now. And we've got a penalty coming up here against the Jets. It's going to be a holding call, and it's going to go against Brannan.
Well, and we've got Wednesday night game starting.
Yep.
What, a week from Wednesday, and Thursday night games, and I said Friday and Saturday earlier. I'll be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I just might as well take a cot and put it up here in the press box with you guys.
Well, they already ordered you one.
Oh man.
Already ordered.
Oh gosh.
Correction there, that's on Michael Chua and not Paul Brennan. So a holding call against Chua with 4.5 minutes to go.
Well, it's good to see the San Diego schools come up. We've had pretty much one in each game. The next game has La Jolla Country Day that you guys are not broadcasting, but La Jolla Country Day takes on Orange Lutheran.
Might have to stick around for that one for a little bit. That might be a fun one to catch in the preseason.
Yeah.
A lot of big things happening here in Year 9, the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League. We talked about
how's the home up here?
The channel on YouTube. The what?
What are you guys putting on the YouTube?
Oh, we got these two broadcasts we did tonight. We got 3 new shows coming the fans' way.
That's what I hear.
Above the Ice, 360 Hockey, and the revamped The Report Card.
You'll be able to pull all that off?
I'm not sure we have a choice. We're going to do this.
There is no try.
A wise man once said,
No.
Do or do not.
A wise Jedi.
A wise Jedi master once said, do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah. You guys should know all that.
Yeah. Yep. All 3 of us.
Yep.
3 minutes left, third period. Jets with a big lead. It's 6-0.
Okay, gentlemen.
Your mouse ears are showing.
It was great talking to you. Here's Christian.
The commish, Matt Blanchard, stopping by for a moment. And the final day of preseason, they played Friday, Saturday last week, Friday, Saturday this week. A few teams got to play 2 games. Some teams only played 1. For the teams who play well outside of the area, they could schedule if they would have liked. And some did, but not everybody had to.
Well, I think the exciting part is, what Commish just said was and you said as well, is that opening night we got 3 different rinks going on. You're right. Who would have ever thought that that's where this was going to end up?
I want to get to one more comment on YouTube. Lanshaw, talking about the Central Cathedral Jets, says she loves the youngster line on this team. You were talking about that as well, Coach Iceman. I don't know what I was going to want to call you just now, but this youngster line looks really good for San Diego.
Yeah, well, I think it's always fun to see a new group of players like that are young, and when a coach kind of sees a group like that gel and put them together. I've been a part of some groups like that in my time with high school hockey here, where you got a freshman line that comes in together and they just kind of work their way all the way through to their seniors, and the fun part is if they're clicking as freshmen, just wait to see what they look like when they're seniors.
Show up to Bradford. He fires one through traffic off the glove of Viduro. First game tonight on YouTube. Ended up 7-0 North County over UCA. Right now, Central Cathedral up 6-0 on Irvine United. A couple of shutouts pitched through 101 minutes and 9 seconds. Jang taking it away, trying to get the Warriors on the board. It's knocked back to Luigi. He can't quite get to it. And here comes Michael Chua. It's 4 against 2 the other way. Manson and Lamaka back. Lopez shoots that one off the glove of Viduro. He stopped 4 of 6 here in the third period. Has faced 28 shots in the game, stopped 22. On the other side, just 10 shots on goal for the Warriors. 10 seconds to go in this one. Looking like we're going to have a couple of shutouts here tonight in preseason as the clock ticks away, and that will be the case. Oh, and a penalty back behind the play as time expires. Lamaka And Conway getting into it. Conway pointing to the scoreboard after that hit.
Well, Mock is going to get something at the end here. Hopefully it's nothing too.
Hopefully it's not anything too egregious. You don't want to get a 5.
Especially in preseason hockey.
Yeah, because you could end up losing a game in the regular season if that's the case. I don't think it was going to be that dire, though. Might just be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. It's going to come at the 17-minute mark of the third, and that'll wrap things up. The Jets win it 6-0 over the Warriors, and let's talk about our 3 stars of the game, and I'll let you take it away, Iceman.
Oh, hold on here a second. Well, for sure you're going to have to.
Well, we already know who the number 1 star is.
You're going to go with the combination of the third star between Sydney Costello and Luia Way, who did a fantastic job in net and posted a big 0 on the board, and then so they'll be the third stars of the game. Second star of the game is going to be. I don't know if my stats are exactly correct here. I would say Anthony Earhart.
Elhart.
Yep. Elhart.
Yep.
He's going to be second star. And first star is going to be Andrew Chua with the natural hat trick. And obviously a real solid performance for Central Cathedral. And like I said before, that youngster line sure is fun to watch. And I'm going to keep my eye on those guys all year long.
They're going to play very crucial minutes throughout the year for the Jets. That's
well,
for sure.
Especially as they get stronger and smarter and through the course of the year, be able to navigate the game a little bit better, obviously, as younger players on the team. So I'm looking forward to watching that.
There you have it. That wraps up preseason for us. I want to thank everybody who logged on to youtube.com/ADHSHL for the broadcasts here tonight. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll be bringing you content all year long. The regular season broadcast begins Friday night, October 4th at 5:50. That's 5:50 p.m. Pacific time. Tahoe Prep Hockey Academy going to take on Capistrano United in a Varsity Division 1 battle. We'll have that for you on bdehockey.com. So go ahead and log on to there and subscribe for your season pass. If you just want to catch a few games, you can do it game by game if you'd like as well. All your options, again, at Black Dog Hockey, bdehockey.com. Special thanks, as always, to our Trottier, the Anaheim Ducks, to Matt Blanchard, the commissioner of the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League, to Andy Dickerson of Black Dog Hockey for making these broadcasts possible. For Christian Ilton, Mike Perkins, I'm Eric Pesolano saying so long from FivePoint Arena in Irvine. Our broadcast preseason slate wraps up with Central Cathedral taking down Irvine United by a final score of 6-0. We will see you next week on Black Dog Hockey, but for now, you've been watching the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League preseason on youtube.com/ADHSHL. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.